Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Museum Madness. I'm Jesse on. We did about 3 of these in the computer hall last time, so we'll go ahead and keep on moving back. Next up we'll do computer technology. Oh, this is a cool one. Circuits in this exhibit are enlargements of the circuits in the museum's master computer. These circuits control all of the museum's vital functions. The circuits pass the numerical input signals through 3 types of gates along the circuit pathways. The gates change the numerical signals to new values according to a set of rules. Each type of gate has a different set of rules for converting numerical signals. Computer circuits are made of tiny passages along which electronic signals travel. These signals consist of electronic representations of only 2 numbers, 0 and 1. Computers can translate combinations of zeros and ones into an infinite variety of letters, numbers, and other symbols. The computer language is called binary code. The binary signals travel down a circuit passage until they encounter a gate in the circuit. The circuit gates allow the signals to pass through, but they change the signal as it passes. The gates in the circuit make it possible for the computer circuit to process information. So what's going on here? This is part of the museum's main computer array. 3 of its circuits were badly damaged by the computer virus. The first 2 circuits must be reset so that the red number at the top passes through the circuit gates and produces an output that matches the blue number at the bottom. You must flip the switches to change the top red number, then start the circuit to see how it processes your input. The circuit has been disassembled by the virus. It must be reassembled from its parts before it will function. So this is kind of like, this would be like a cool spot to work in. Like here, the screen right next to a big ol' server. Kind of what I like. I don't know, I like the thoughts of like just sitting at a computer desk, which is kind of what I do for my job anyway. This looks like the inside of a pinball machine, but it's a close-up of a computer circuit. If I remember the basic info from my computer science class correctly, those number signals at the top pass through the gates and end up at the bottom above the blue numbers. If the circuit is working correctly, the red numbers below the gates should match the blue numbers below them. Below the gates should match the blue numbers below. Okay, yeah, that's right. Blue numbers here, red numbers here, and then below them are the blue numbers. It just requires a little brain power, and I've got just a little brain for the job. So if we click on the start, we given these. So first thing, this is a NOT gate, so 1 is not 0, so it'll change it to 0. And then the OR gate, I believe, picks one or the other. I think it just picks the one if there is a 1, and then we'll just display the 1. This one is an AND, so I think this one has to be either both? We'll find out here. I'm going to click help just to make sure. There are 3 types of gates in a computer. A NOT gate requires only 1 input signal. A NOT gate changes a single 1 input into a 0 output, or a single 0 output into a 1 output. OR and AND gates process 2 input signals, combine them into 1 output signal. When 2 input signals arrive at an OR gate, if either signal is a 1, the OR gate passes a single 1 through as the output. If 2 zeros arrive at an OR gate, the OR gate allows a single 0 to pass through. When 2 signals arrive at an AND gate, if both signals are 1, the AND gate allows a single 1 to pass through. If both signals are 0, a single 0 is allowed to pass through. If a 1 and 0 arrive together in an AND gate, the AND gate allows the 0 to pass through, but not the 1. Alright. This simple computer circuit shows how a computer uses gates to process signals consisting of zeros and ones. Press the flashing blue button to obtain the desired signal output. Alright, I did that already. Let's click start. There we go. Yep. That's 1 down and 2 to go. Or as they say in binary, 0, 1 down and 1, 0 to go. I better press the blue button again to get the next set of numbers to match. Alright, so change this to a 0, not 0, or not 1. Wait. Oh, it resets things. That's weird. 0 through the NOT gate equals 1, which is what we want. The OR we'll just leave the same. Was that exactly the same? Did I change one thing? Yeah, that's weird. This is a snap. Maybe I should try out for a part in the next Robo Kid movie. All I have to do is press the blue button and make the last set of numbers match. Then I can move on to the challenging stuff. Alright, once again, let's keep the 0 in there. We want both of these to be zeros. So we just go ahead. That takes care of the first circuit. This computer programming stuff isn't so hard after all. I wonder what the next circuit is like. First I have to exit this circuit and then open the next one. There's only this room in this exhibit. I would have liked more of these to play around with, it's fun. I never knew first grade addition could be so hard, but I know I can make this thing work if I play with it for a while. First I have to press that blue button to see which numbers I have to match. Then I have to figure out how these new gates work so I can predict what the red numbers at the bottom of the circuit will be. If the red numbers match the blue numbers below them, I'm in business. So we need to get a 0, 0. So this 0 passes through here. Both of these pass through an AND and an OR gate. So we go... So for this AND gate, right now they both say 0. So right now only a 0 will get through. And a 0 will go over here in this spot. So that's good. And then it will pass through the NOT and get a 1. 1 will go over here. Then at the OR gate, both of these zeros will pass through. So we have a 1 and a 0 here, which will not work. So let's see. If I push this here to 1, well, let's see what happens if I just click start. Oh, well, apparently that's it. Round and round it goes, where it stops nobody knows. Alright, 0 and 1. So 0, 0 will produce the 0, 1. If I push this down, will that produce 0, 0, 1? So we do here, 0 and 1 going through the AND will produce a 1. So that won't be right. Let's see. Maybe I'm just like looking at it wrong. Like that looks like it's about right. Looks like that's what it should be. It's another one down, only one more to finish. Alright. So apparently they all just look the same. 0, 0, didn't I just do that? I just did that one. Yeah. Why do I think the third one will be toughest of all? I'm glad I'm not a computer. I like doing math the old-fashioned way, with my fingers. Apparently that was a lot easier because it just mirrors what you put in. Alright, so here's this one. If we click start, everything just gets fucked up. This one looks really tough, but I know all I have to do is put the pieces back together so they form little continuous lines like little highways. Wonder if that's why they call it the information superhighway. This looks more like information spaghetti. I'd use the information spaghetti. That seems like a pretty good name for it. So let's see. Should be something like that. I'm just going to use these lines at the top here because they're pretty much the best sort of thing that we're going to get. Let's put this on here, match the corner up. That's not it. Oh, hey, there's these things as well. There's little tiny lines at the bottom. There we go. And that goes there. Let's put those on that. Oops. there. And that looks good. Let's see. I think that goes there. And that goes there. All done. Chalk one up more for the good guys. The information highway had a little potholes, but I'm glad I was able to do a little road work. Computer seems to be working now, and I think I should go back to the main hall and see if there's anything else I can do there. It would have been fun to mess around with that one though. Testing, okay, thank you. Looks like this baby is humming now. If I can fix these computer circuits, I'm sure I can find the source of this virus. All I have to do is finish putting these exhibits together, and then I'm sure I'll figure out how to stop the virus. Let's go, Mick. We should head back to the main hall and see what's happening in the other exhibits. Alright, now it kicks us back out. I really should have done the invention of radio one as part of this episode, because that one just went a little too long, and this one's probably going to be a little bit too short. This is the robots. The robots one is fun. Throughout history, humans have dreamed of having machines to perform tasks for them. These machines have often taken human-like form. Any machine that performs a task in a human-like manner is a robot. Robots are not intelligent in the same way that humans are, although they can perform complex tasks and do elaborate calculations they cannot think. Today, computers control the actions of robots. Oh. My phone cord got a little messed up there. There we go. Yeah, this is a very different version of this song than I remember. The Moonwalker. Exploration robots with wheels can travel to many places on the surface of different planets. Small, legged robots will be able to go to places that wheeled vehicles cannot. Just as humans can walk and climb where even four-wheel drive vehicles cannot, robots with legs will play an important role in planetary exploration. So first off, he's in a big mess. This moonwalker looks like it came in for a hard landing. I'll try to put it back together again, but it's not easy working on the moon. Should go there, yep. That goes there. The robots one was one I got stuck on for a long time. As a kid. There we go. It was a bit of a... It could be a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. Until I figured out how it is to solve the last room, which has a particular pain in the butt. So you can see this is missing a few parts. Not sure what happened there. Actually, let's talk to Mick really quick. The robot exhibit has been thrown in complete chaos. The robots disassembled themselves and used their parts to create the rogue robot that just left this exhibit room. Must find a way to stop the rogue robot and reassemble the other robots to their former states. I may be able to make further calculations as we proceed. He mad. Robots are used on assembly lines to construct everything from automobiles to microscopic computer components. These robots take many forms, and they often have mechanical arms that perform the assembly task. Looks like one of your relatives is falling down on the job, Mick. There we go. This one's pretty easy to put together. As you can see, there's a few more pieces missing as well as this entire arm over here. robot laser cutter. One of the most important uses of robots is in science and industry. Computer-controlled robots are especially useful for tasks that are repetitive, dangerous, or require a great deal of precision. The computer brains of the robots can be programmed to perform the same task over and over. Robots can be programmed to make precise cuts in industrial materials using laser torches. These tasks can be performed much more precisely by robots than by humans alone. As you can see, this is one of the ones where you're putting together a lot of things. You're just like, this is a real mess. This robot definitely needs help. You're just putting together lots of different things on there. But it's pretty good. This part at least is easy to figure out. It's the last room, especially with this fucker. Something tells me this large metal dude is not in the mood to chat. I wonder how I could convince him that I'm here to help. He's like actually shooting lasers. He mad. It's another thing where it's kind of okay that the sound is gone, because otherwise he'd be really loud. But let's put this thing together first. This underwater explorer must be really cool when it's in one piece. Mick, I think your large, ugly cousin has made a real mess of things. So put that on there. There we go, now they're all together. We'll put, I think it goes there, yeah. But again, it's hard to tell when you get something in the right place because it's a bit fiddly, and then if it doesn't play the sound, you don't actually know what you're doing. Still sitting down at the bottom. Let's take this. And then we can turn off the... There we go. Just throw that on there. Bubbly bubble. Up he goes. Wonder if I can use this thing in the pool. I can never hold my breath long enough to see if there's any loose change in the drain. Did I read the thing? One of the greatest potential benefits of robots is to go places that are too dangerous for humans. Robots that explore outer space, ocean depths, and the surface of hostile planets are currently being designed by robot scientists. Does that mean the scientists are robots too? Goodness. Robot submarines that can dive to great depths and use computer-controlled cameras and appendages are discovering many new and exciting undersea plants and animals. I think he'll just follow me now. Yep. Burp, burp, beep, boop, boopity boop. Give me that. Come on. Oh, he goes there. That's right. Just completely cuts through that. Hey, that's hot stuff. The laser robot is okay now, but it still looks pretty dangerous. I think I'll stay out of its way just in case. Oh, wait. I forgot a thing. I think... Yeah, I need to actually pick these up. Hey, it's hot stuff. Alright. Maybe the claws weren't actually some part of another robot. Just give me that, and you'll go on there. Now it actually runs. The next piece moves on. Fascinating. I wish I had like a museum like this one, with like all this cool shit. These robot arms looks like they're strong enough to lift the whole car. I'm glad they're on our side now. I wish I had like a place like this with like all this cool exhibits. Like there's a few neat sources near me. but nothing really, like, awesome. This is some high budget. That's more like it. This thing looks like a giant spider. I wonder if it can spin a web. I wouldn't want to see it walking in my neighborhood on a dark and moonless night, but I'm glad it's back together again. That takes care of the last robot problem. These robots sure needed to get their act together. Now that this exhibit is safe for machines of all kinds, I better go back to the main hall and see if anything else has gone wrong. Now, where is that robot guide? Come on, Meg, I hope you're in better shape than your relatives. At least you're in one piece. So far, that is. So, we've completed the entire hall of, computer hall. Now we'll go to the rocketry hall. I think we'll start with how big is the universe and sort of like go backwards from there. Because this one's pretty short and it'll fit in just fine. I think. Yeah, this is the one. The universe contains everything that exists. In addition to our Earth, the planets in our solar system, and the Sun, there are billions of stars that form galaxies and billions of galaxies spread throughout the trillions of miles. No one knows how large the universe is, but scientists know that it is expanding every day. Many scientists believe the universe was formed in a great explosion called the Big Bang millions of years ago. Billions of years ago. This looks interesting, a giant TV screen with nothing on it. This must be the Deep Space at Night exhibit. Maybe Mick can give me a clue about what's going on here. This exhibit shows how big the universe really is. Each screen shows a section of the universe, beginning with our solar system. When the screen is activated, the view is expanded to show how that section fits into a much larger section. It is as though you are in a spaceship moving farther and farther from Earth toward the edge of the universe. When you reach the edge of space and time, you will start back towards Earth. Press the activate button to begin the simulation. That's a nice TV though. This display is supposed to demonstrate the vast size of the universe. It takes you on a simulated journey from our solar system to the edge of the universe. The same computer malfunction that's causing the rest of the museum to go haywire has scrambled this exhibit. If it is not fixed, the main computer program will not be restored to complete working order. Alright, well, let's turn it on. Earth and the Moon. The Earth is the part of the universe that we know best. The Earth has a diameter of only 12,756 kilometers. When we travel from one place to another on Earth, it may seem that we have traveled far, but compared to the size of even our galaxy, we haven't moved at all. If we travel to the Moon, we have only gone 384,000 kilometers. This may seem like a long way to travel, but it too is only a tiny distance in the vast universe. Alright, well, let's click activate. Bloop! Oh dear. These are the most of the type of puzzles that you'll find throughout this game. And that's kind of like, that's alright. I like these puzzles the most. I just like the way the game presents everything. I don't know if I have, like, learned so much from it, but, you know what, actually, you know what, I think I did. It's at least, like, I'd say it's stuff that's stuck with me throughout my life. A lot of stuff is, like, maybe prepared me to learn more in school. Okay, I just fixed the Earth and the Moon. That wasn't so hard. I wonder what's next. I bet it's the solar system. Our solar system contains the 9 planets and the Sun within a radius of 11.8 billion kilometers? I think so. We have 100,000, yeah, 11.8 billion kilometers. This distance is so vast that it takes light more than 17 hours to travel from the Sun to the outermost planet Pluto. Yet with the seemingly gigantic space, our solar system is a speck of sand in the much larger family of stars called the Milky Way galaxy. We click this. Oh, it broke. Oops. Oops, that's not that right one. Where is it? That one. Alright. So Mercury, we have Venus and Earth. All about proximate sizes, I imagine. Oh look, it's Pluto. Things can be so dated nowadays, just by whether Pluto's listed in it. What a shame. That was an easy one. The solar system was a snap. I'm on a roll. Bring on the Milky Way. Click. Milky Way is the hardest one. Well, one of the harder ones. I don't know. I think there might be one after it. Our family of stars. Our solar system is a tiny part of a large family of stars called the Milky Way galaxy. And the galaxy is shaped like a pinwheel spinning in space. Our solar system is located on one of the spiral arms. The whole galaxy is about 100,000 light years across. 1 light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year, or about 9.46 trillion kilometers. Although this vast star family is unimaginably large, it is actually a small part of a family of galaxies. Click. Alright. This one takes a little bit getting used to, because there's not nearly as many little, like, tells in it. That's not it. Also, it's hard to tell when something is on the top or on the bottom of a different square. Oh my, excuse me. You got a big yawn there. Put that there. That one. There we go. Do that. No, I think it's like, wait, no, it's not that one. Probably this one. There we go. Put that there. It's that one. There we go. No wonder I get dizzy. I've been spinning around in the spiral arm of the Milky Way. Let's see what's next. Little tiny. Yeah, okay. This one's pretty tough. As vast as the Milky Way may seem, it is just one member of a local family of galaxies that move through the universe together. These galaxies are varied in shape and size, but each one contains millions of stars. Our local galaxies are separated by hundreds of millions of light years, but compared to the distance to the furthest galaxies, they are just around the block. And activate. Whoops. There it goes. And let's get, well, apparently these two corners were already in place. Let's put the bottom ones on the bottom so we have them all together. I think that's about right, actually. That one. There we go. These three all go together. They might even just go right next to each other. That could be it. And finally, these ones. There we go. That. There. Let's see. That one there? That might be. But what's messed up? do this one. Okay. I'm gonna actually like hit the help button because it's probably something simple. Yeah, okay. It was those two. Hey, I didn't even those guys were in my neighborhood, but I guess galaxies have to exist somewhere. That one's tough enough I had to click the help button once. Oh yeah, now we get this one. Oh boy, forgot about that one. Thousands of millions of families of galaxies are spread throughout the universe. These galaxies are filled with millions upon millions of stars. Nonetheless, most of the universe is empty. Scientists estimate that there are galaxies as far away as 15 billion light-years from the Milky Way. This may be the edge of the universe, or there may be objects beyond these distances that remain undetected by our Earth-bound instruments. I just fixed thousands of millions of galaxies. That has to be worth some bonus points or something. Bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Wait, is it this one? Nope. Milky Way's somewhere around here. Just have to... it's that one. That little tiny one. And we're up here. There we are. There's Earth and the Moon. That puts the good old universe back together again. I'll head back to the main hall and see what else has to be saved. Come on, Mick. So we'll call that good for now. We've finished the computer hall and started on the space hall. Space and flight hall. You can see, there it is. So we're, 6/25 out from this game. Anyway, that's how I'm going to call it for here. I'm Jesseon. This is Museum Madness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.